Members and friends, comrades, family, fellow Sunday pointers, no gimmicks, no gimmicks. Next election, Shawn sharing more licks. I well want them call the election in this country. I well want them call it. Because as I can tell you, I don't give one of them licks. I don't give a second one licks. And I'm ready to three-peat in Sandy Point. And next set of licks. Tonight, it is about short speeches. Because it is a rally. And so I don't intend to be up here for very long tonight. The first thing, shut your mouth. The first thing I want to say to you is that on Sunday of this week, the People's Action Movement celebrates 49 years as a political party. Put your hands together for the People's Action Movement. As such, on Sunday we are worshiping at the St. George's Anglican Church, starting at 8 a.m. and we are inviting all persons to come out and worship with us. Today was Government Day. I hear somebody say, if it's true. You can't believe it, right? Huh? Yes, sir. You can't believe today's Government Day. Well, today I was sitting down in my office. And the secretary came in and she gave me an envelope. I said, well, the House of Assembly must be coming up soon. So I opened the envelope to see when the House of Assembly is. I realized it was a government pay slip. I said, today was Government Day? She said, yeah, police officer just told us so. I said, you can't be serious. Normally when government gives an increase or a double salary, people up and down on the road spending money. You want to tell me that government gave an increase today and nobody even know that today was better? I asked my friend Fata Fat, who works for PEP. I said, Fata Fat, you got increase? He said, waiting on government pay. I said, boy, today was government pay. It means you're not going to increase. You ain't got none. And so while civil servants got a 4% increase in salary today that no one can remember, it was only about a week or two ago they released the last set of accounts in respect of SIDF for 2011. When you look at those accounts for 2011, in 2011, the government collected $232 million from the sale of passports in this country. In 2011, when the illegitimate Denzel Douglas administration said to the civil servants that you can't get any increment and you can't get any increase in salary, government collected $232 million from the sale of passports. A gentleman said to me this week that, Shawn, that government is a nasty government. It is a wicked government. It is a dirty government. And I have to agree with that gentleman. Because when he telling TDC, Brimstone Hill, the credit union, the churches, that they have to take a 50% haircut because the government cannot afford to pay them, the government collected $232 million for the sale of passports in 2011. And so for the civil servants, the police officers, the teachers, the nurses, all of the civil servants, you can now see that you have been taken for a ride and you have been fooled by Douglas. In 2010, they collected $153 million. In 2011, the amount went up by some $80 or some million. If that trend continued in 2012 and in 2013, it means by the end of 2012, they would have collected over $300 million from the sale of passports, and telling you they don't have any money. They not only said to you they don't have any money, they introduced a 17% VAT. The VAT for each year is about $40 to $50 million. You want to tell me they're collecting $232 million from the sale of passports and still had to burden the ordinary man and woman in this country with a 17% VAT? I see people here in this audience right now who doesn't have any electricity because the government increased the cost of electricity. And so for those persons, the cost of electricity didn't have to go up, because when the government telling you they didn't have any money, they're taking $232 million and pushing it in a private account. When you look at the same SIDF accounts, they're telling you that between the people and the board for SIDF, they shared up $200 and something thousand in 2011. They're telling you some management company owned by Michael Martin got the next $200 and something thousand just for one company, for one man, and telling you they don't have any money. You look in the same accounts saying to you that in 2011, Kitishon Hills got over $40 million of your money, and telling you they don't have any money to spend on you. You go to the hospital, you can't get quality health care up there. Can't get the proper dinner because they don't have any money. You go to Bastille High School, children sent home for weeks because the school neglected while the government collecting over $200 and something million a year from the sale of our passports. Marvin, you're from Nevis, and you need to take back this to the people of Nevis. In 2011, the only thing the people from Nevis got from SIDF was $3 million out of $232 million. And it's a loan for the Performing Arts Center in Nevis. Less, just about 1% of the monies that they collected in 2011 went to Nevis. 1%. That is why we said to you that we are here in unity, PAM, PLP, and CCM, because we want to make sure that the people of Nevis, that they get their fair share of the SIDF money. We want to make them get their fair share. I told you I'm not going to be long tonight. And so there's only one other thing I want to say to you tonight. You have a man in this country by the name of Began Barrow. And it seems as everything I say on this platform, he plays it on his radio show. Well, tell them I know what I say on the political platform. And what I say, I stand by you. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I said to you, if Douglas goes to a funeral, you should be there protesting. If he goes to Dubai, we should be on the plane with them protesting. And when he comes back from Dubai, we should be at the airport waiting for him, protesting. If he walks up 4th Street tomorrow, we should be there protesting because Denzel Douglas is not supposed to live comfortably in this country. Maybe they think I'm afraid to repeat it. So tell them I said play that again. I also said to you that 2014 is a year of change in this country. And you must do whatever you have to do to bring about change in this country. And so those of you who want to go out and do house-to-house campaigning, you must do that. Those of you who have to register people to vote, you must do that. Those of you who have to transport persons on election day, you must do that. Those of you who want to call persons and convince them to vote for Team Unity, you must do that. But apart from that, you also have a job to do, and you must do it. Tell them I said play that too. And the last thing I want Beg and Barrow to play, tell Beg and Barrow that Shawn Richards said, I don't carry no woman home in my house over the Southeast Peninsula or any place else and take the picture naked and distribute it to people. Tell him I said play that. And tell him I said if you think that the person who is doing that is a principled person, tell him talk about that. And tell him I got the picture of them too. Tell him I got him. Tell him I got him. I try to tell them that my mother tell me I want for one of a tongue. White cattle don't talk, not interfere with me because I don't interfere with nobody. Tell Beg and Barrow that Shawn Kenneth Richards said to tell him that. Tell him I said that. And so as I close tonight, I said to you that we have a job to do in this country. We have an important job to do in this country. 2014 is a year of change in this country. It is a year for Pam. I just told you we're celebrating 49 years on Sunday. Well, I want next year, when we're celebrating 50 years, we're celebrating 50 years as part of a government of national unity. But we can't do it alone. We have to do it with you. And so we need all of you to come on board. We need all of you to speak to your neighbors, speak to your friends, speak to your family, and make sure that on election day we have a new government in this country. Yesterday I went to Nevis, and on my way back from Nevis, the first vehicle I saw which got on board belongs to Patrice Nisbet, the NRP member in the government. We parked up the vehicle on the boat. The last vehicle that was on the boat said P3. Yeah, know who to be P3? Huh? Who? 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 Are you sure Dr. Who? Can't be Dr. Who. They say he mashed up one vehicle in December 3 weeks ago, he mashed up the next one. P3, last vehicle they got on the boat. Now I find it very interesting that after that I got a text message to say a certain gentleman was in Nevis meeting with members of NRP, and then minutes to 5 this morning I got a telephone call to say the treasury in Nevis Fund, and I put 1 and 1 together. See if I get to. Good night, God bless you.